गुरुचरण राति ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जाते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहर चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवन विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे नमस्ते Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam. Jaya Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam.
Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariviragacharya Astatarasatasi Simad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem to the whole Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Shri Mayapur Navadip Dham Ki Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Ganga Mai Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Tulsi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Brihat Madanga Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Shri Shri Radha Shyama Sundara Ki Shri Shri Radha Madhava Ki Shriman Mahaprabhu Ki Nittai Gaura Premanandi All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Look at this. Krishna, Krishna. I saw a lot of cars in the parking lot this morning. I think you all came to see Rohan with a shaved head. Or something like that.
So we will do Achaman. Please take a little bit of water in the palm of your right hand. And as we are chanting the mantras, directly look at the water and repeat after me. Om apavitro pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham shabhaya abhyantara chushigi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Om Keshavaya Namaha.
Om Keshavaya.
So you can sip it. We will do 2 more times. Om apavitro pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham shabhaya abhyantara chushigi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Om Narayanaya Namaha. One last time. Om apavitro pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham shabhaya abhyantara chushigi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Om Madhavaya Namaha. Now for all the first initiates, we will chant the Kantimala. So after that we will garland.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Let us begin. We're going to like to chant together Sri Brahma Samhita. Anyone not have a sheet? Raise your hand. We'll see that you get one. Okay, everyone has one. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Chintamani Prakara Sadma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Pratesu Sharabir Abhipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Damaham Bhajami Venum Kanvantam Aravinda Dalayataksam Bharhavatam Samasitam Buddharangam Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandrakada Sadvanamalya Vankshi Ratnangadam Pranayakeda Kalavidasham Shamam Tribangandalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasha Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pashyanti Pante Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chenmaya Sadujvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achutamanadim Anantarupam Adyam Puranam Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedesha Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhaktau Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantasta Koti Shatavatsara Sampargamyo Vayoratapi Manasomani Pungavanam Sopyasti Yadvapadasinya Vajinja Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Savrashayatam Jagadanda Kotim Yachaktirasti Jagadanda Chayayadantaha Andantarasta Paramanuchayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yadbhava Bhavatariyomanujasta Taiva Samprapya Rupam Himashanayana Voshaha Suktayaryame Vindakama Sukamai Tuvanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Susa Pratibhavitabis Tabilarya Eva Nijarupataya Kanabihi Goloka Eva Nivisatya Kilatva Bhoto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Santaksa Daiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achincha Ganasarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramadi Murtushkalani Amena Tishtan Nana Vatara Makarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishnak Sayam Samabhavak Paramak Pumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Koti Svashesha Vasudhani Vibhoti Bindham Tad Brahma Niskalamanantam Ashesha Bhotam Govindamadi Purusham Maya Hiyasya Jagadanda Shatani Sute Trigunya Tad Vishaya Vida Vitayamana Satvalambi Parasatvam Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Sapayamanakso Yat Praninam Paniparam Smarut Upetya Leela Yatenu Bhuvanani Jagat Yajasram Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Golokanamni Dijadamni Tale Chatasya Devi Maheshu Haridhama Suteshu Teshu Te Prabhava Nichaya Vihitasyayena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Shristi Stiti Pralaya Sadhana Shaktireka Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanan Vibharati Durga Ichcharurupam Apiyasya Tatesta Tesa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Kshiram Yatadhi Vikara Vishesha Yogat Sanjayat Pritagasti Hetoho Yakshambutam Apitata Samupaiti Karyad Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Deepanarcha Evra Hidasham Dhanam Abhyupetya Deepaya Teva Vrita Heta Samana Dharma Yaschadrak Eva Hita Vishnu Taya Vivati Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yatkara Narnad Bhajati Sma Yoga Nidramananta Jagadanda Saroma Kopaha Adara Shaktim Avalamya Param Smamurtim Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasyaika Nishvachitakanamatavalambya Jivanti Loma Vidaja Jagadandanataha Vishnur Mahasiriyasya Kalabhishesho Govindamadi Purusham Vasvanyatangshma Sakaleshu Najesha Tejaha Sviyam Kiyat Prakariyad Vitadvadatra Brahmaya Esha Jagatanda Vidhana Karta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yat Pada Pallava Yugam Vinidhaya Kumbha Dvanve Pranama Samaye Saganadi Rajaha Vilhantam Anam Asya Gatrayasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Agnir Mahi Ambara Rudna Shascha Kalas Manasita Jagatrayani Yasmad Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yangcha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yachakshir Esa Savita Sakalagrahanam Raja Samastra Suramu Shesha Tejaha Yasyagya Brahmati Kamritakala Chakra Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Dharmo Tapapa Nichaya Shrutayastapangsi Brahmadi Kite Patagavadayascha Jivaha Yad Prakata Prabhava Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yastvinda Gopam Atabindram Ahosra Karma Bandhanurupa Padabhajanam Atanoti Karmani Nirdahita Kintu Jabakti Bhajam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Yam Krodha Kama Sahaja Pranaya Diviti Vatsalya Moha Gora Gaurava Sevya Bhavai Sanchincha Tasha Sadrishim Tanam Aparete Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpa Turvo Druma Bhumis Chintamani Gana Maim Toyam Amritam Yachki Chidanandam Jyoti Param Apitat Asvadyam Apicha Sat Yatraksharadi Shabati Surabi Vyasya Sumahan Nimeshad Yakyo Vabrajati Nahi Yatrapi Samaya Vaje Shweta Dvipam Tamaham Hiha Golokam Ityam Vidantaste Shanta Shati Virala Charakati Paye Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Purifying. The purpose has been achieved. The chanting of these mantras, Brahma Samhita mantras, is for purification. At the beginning of event like this, just as the Achman mantras, so also Sri Brahma Samhita for purification. Now, devotees have come from all over the place to participate in this weekend. And we already welcomed, but welcome all of you from so many faraway places. And the particular event just now is a formal acknowledgement and acceptance, acknowledgement of individuals, this is for the first initiates, the individuals who have demonstrated their commitment to the process of bhakti and restoring connection with Krishna, and for some period of time having performed those activities and demonstrated to those that are making the recommendation that they're qualified to take this step. The other half is the acceptance. It's important. I always like to repeat this particular point. The spiritual master serves as the representative of. So initiation is acceptance into the chanting of the holy name, which is done by the spiritual master on behalf of. So the submission is unto Krishna. The receiving of that submission unto Krishna is the agent of Krishna, representative of Krishna. But the acceptance is not just the spiritual master, of course, the assembly of devotees and your local temple authority that provided letters of recommendation, etc. That we follow our ISKCON procedure. But most importantly is submission unto and acceptance by. That is to say, become part of Krishna's family, so to speak. You know, what is Krishna's family? You know, it's everyone. However, you know, little philosophy, somehow or another, that's Prabhupada's favorite way of how the living entity has come into the material world, somehow or other. Somehow or other, we strayed, we violated that sacred relationship. And as a result, there's consequences. Birth after birth after birth, and all the circumstances that go with birth after birth. The unwanted circumstances. So, this event for the first initiate signifies formal acceptance by Krishna. Of course, we were hearing yesterday a number of times, please accept me. So this is it. Krishna is saying yes. On behalf of the spiritual master, on behalf of Krishna, but the formal reconnecting is not like we were disconnected because the living entity is eternally part and parcel, but the formality of restoring that relationship, that eternal relationship that has been forgotten, is what we're doing. And a few verses. I start with the one that went along with the Mangalacharna prayers. Om apavitra pavitrova sarvavastam gatopiva ya smaret pundarikaksham sa bhaya abhyantara suchihi. Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Whether any circumstance, pavitra or apavitra, om apavitra pavitrova, sarvavastam, having passed through all circumstances of life. How many? All. Sarvavastam gatopiva, ya, that person who, smaret, pundarikaksham, the lotus-eyed, the personality of Godhead Krishna, the lotus-eyed personality of Godhead. Pundarikaksham, sabhaya, it carries one beyond the temporary into the realm of the eternal, and a place where there's no fear. These, just little philosophy, the fear is one of the 4 animal propensities of a living entity that has a material body. Fear. So defending because of fear. So the realm where there's no fear is the realm where there's no material body. And that's pretty significant. No more material. Punor janma na. So it's, in Prabhupada's own words, initiation was selected by him to indicate what's going on. It's a beginning. It's not, you're now in the spiritual world. Welcome. But the connection is restored, and then there's a lifetime of acting in that connection and coming further and further and further towards the stage of perfection. But it's a beginning. The formal link is initiation. The formal link is initiation. Krishna's acceptance, our submission. And the spiritual master giving the nod. Yes. So, that's what we're doing. And it's very, very significant. There's a couple of verses that are found in the Vedas that Prabhupada liked, and invariably whenever initiation lectures I've heard, he makes reference to these verses. One is from 11th Canto, Chapter 2, the Navayogendras visiting the yajna that was being conducted by King Nimi, Canto 11, Chapter 2, and Nimi stops his yajna and stands and honors the Navayogendras and asks them a series of questions. And one of those questions has to do with what we're doing today. So the indication is, Tasmat Guru Papadyeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttama. Shabde Parecha Nishnatam Brahmani Upashramashrayam. Prabhupada referred to this. My understanding of why he referred to it is in very cryptic form. It's presenting the process of what's happening. Tasmat, therefore. Tasmat Guru Prapadyeta. The Prapadyeta, taking shelter, surrendering to the spiritual master. Tasmat Guru Prapadyeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttama. This is indicating the qualification of the aspirant. And the aspirant it's a high qualification. They're inquisitive, Jigyasu, but specifically Shreya Uttama, the Uttama, the topmost Shreya, spiritual benefit. The topmost spiritual benefit. Initiation is for those that have that inquiry. Tasmat Guru Papadyeta Jigyasu Shreya Uttama. And the place where that inquisitive for the ultimate benefit of the living entity goes to the spiritual master, and qualification of the spiritual master is then identified. Shabde Paricha Nishnatam. Shabde, the gift that they're giving in reciprocation with that submission or that inquiry is transcendental. Shabde Pare. Transcendental, because the Vedas include everything, and that the Shabde Pare is the topmost same. And Chanishnatam, they're firmly fixed, that qualification of the one who's receiving that submission, because it's unto Krishna, so they're fully conversant in transcendental teachings. Shabde Pare Chanishnatam. And Nishnatam, they're firm, they have firm faith, and they have the capacity to assist others to come to that position. Brahmani Upashamashrayam. So it's a very comprehensive, succinct type of presentation. And another verse that Prabhupada invariably referred to is from the Upanishads, Manduka Upanishad. Tad Vijnanartam Sagurum Eva Abhigaschet Sad Vijnanartam. That person who wants to know, Tad Vijnanartam. Sagurum Eva Abhigaschet. Abhigaschet. From understanding from Srila Prabhupada, because I'm not a Sanskrit scholar, it carries the weight of something that's imperative. That's like there's no option, there's no other option. Tad Vijnanartam Sagurum Eva Abhigaschet. That person that wants to know must. There isn't another option. Go to one who knows. And the qualification, the submission qualification, Samat Pani, simple. Samat, Upanishadic way of doing things. They have firewood in hand. That's the meaning. Like Krishna and Sudama, as they were engaged in the service of Sandipani Muni. They went to, just menial service to assist Sandipani Muni in his duties as a Brahmana. And that's the life of one who is demonstrating they have a real interest and a real qualification, both. And then the person who they take shelter of, Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam, they're having heard from scripture, and Brahmanishtam. They were nishtha, as we know the stages of bhakti. One of the more elevated stages of bhakti is the stage of nishtha. So Brahmanishta, being firmly established in transcendence. And it's the right combination for what we're doing. The restoring of a broken relationship, at least the beginnings of restoring a broken relationship in a formal way. So, in Vedic culture, there are different stages of life, and each one of those stages of life, some auspiciousness accompanies that stage of life. And this is one of them. The living entity takes birth, and before birth, and takes birth, and so there's different samskaras, and this is one of them, where a formal reconnection, a formal Krishna's accepting, and a formal submission, and a procedure that accompanies it. Therefore, fire, and by the procedure that our disciplic succession has accepted, the submission of mantra and ghee and grain into the sacred fire, the fire representing the tongue of Vishnu, and so by Agni serving in that. So there's a procedure that's followed that, if at least the elements, once they're understood, it formalizes everything in a proper way with suitable mantras, etc. Now, one of the persons present here is Chaitanya Chandra. You already received initiation, so now she's participating because it's part of the formality, the yajna. So welcome. And now comes the fun part, the giving of names. And something that I like to do along with the giving of names, is somebody that's close to the individual that's present can say something so the other devotees that may not know that individual can appreciate the individual. So this is just an appreciation segment. Do you want the microphone? You got one? Okay. So, your mom made a request, and I said yes. She wants 2 people to say something nice about Rohan. And who are those 2 people? Where's Mom? Oh, there she is, okay. Who are those? You want to call on those 2 people? You do what you have to do.
And his friends also.
Okay, you're the quarterback. You call the play.
Hare Krishna. So there's a lot to say, but because we have a lot of people speaking, so yeah. First time when Govinda Mohini Mataji came to temple, in the old temple, she had, Rohan was probably to her, this hip size? And then our Rishi was a little smaller, and Arjun was on her hip, actually. So she was just like coming with the 3. And everybody in this old temple remember that scene, how she came and then got connected to Prema Tarangini Mataji's Bhakti Vriksha. So we're all part of the same Bhakti Vriksha. And I got an opportunity to spend nice time with all the children there. And Rohan is an active person over there, even though he's super quiet. It used to be so hard to just pull one word out of him. You can't do anything, but he would just smile. Lots of inspiration for me to see that he has just steadily gotten so attracted to taking shelter of Maharaj and the disciplic succession. And he shared himself about his growing attraction to the holy name after being around Kirtaniyas such as, actually he was very inspired by Govinda Prabhu, so I'm so happy Prabhu is here too for this initiation. There are lots of devotees who are inspired by him and who have inspired him personally, so we are very happy. And I don't want to extend, but thank you so much, Rohan, for being here. And we all love you, and we are very, very happy and grateful that you're doing this. And thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
So this is on behalf of my wife and I. It is an absolute delight every time we see Rohan walk in through the door, totally uninvited, unexpected, and says, "What's for prasadam?" And we banter a lot, just teasing each other, like as if we're, 12-year-olds. But on a serious note, it's one of the most sweetest times of my day when Rohan walks in and we're just, making fun of each other. What I really appreciate, what Shradhika and I really appreciate about Rohan is that when he needs support, he doesn't shy away from getting it. He's very quiet, but his strength of character is in being able to reach out for help when he needs it, which many people don't necessarily have the courage to do so. So that is, we find it really inspiring. Rohan really values his relationships. Just as an example, I don't know too many people his age that will drive all the way to Gray's Lake he went to spend some time with my sister, to invite their family, to seek their blessings in this step of taking initiation, which I thought was quite exemplary. His relationship with you, Maharaj, and how you had given him a mridanga, I think was transformational for him. It was a pivotal time in his life. And his gentle nature and his reliable nature, like if he has to help someone do something, he'll be there 15 minutes early, maybe half an hour early in any service. And again, it's something not so common for Gen Zs. Oops, that went on record. And lastly, I'll conclude with, during my journey with the holy name, the three young folks that were sharing, actually the exchange with Rohan, when I asked the question, what would you wish your relationship with the holy name be 10 years from now? And Rohan made the comment, respect. Simple. I just wish I could really respect the holy name. And for me, it triggered Rupa Goswami's instruction, Kintva adarad, anudinam. And actually, that helped me yesterday as I was trying to chant 64 rounds. So thank you for that. That's it.
Well done. So I'm going to say a couple things. When Rohan was getting ready for this step, what I understand from Rohan is he asked Mom, and Mom put up, 6 flags saying caution. Are you sure? Are you going to maintain these vows? Are you sure? take a little more time, you're fortunate to have that kind of relationship. So, and another, this is just a joke. Of all the beads, this is the biggest beads. I'll show you the beads. There's a bag that's the same size as all the other bags, but these are... You get strong carrying these beads around. Okay, so you come forward. Procedure, you go to make a little path for him to make his way to Prabhupada. What?
We still have...
Oh, you're going to say something too?
Yeah, the front group.
Wait a minute. That's 3. We can't... Okay, you will do the exception. Go ahead.
This is all from his friends who love him very much.
Yeah, the whole gang.
All right. Rohan has rarely shown interest in what other teenagers are interested in. And most impressively, he's never felt the pressure to do those things just to fit in. He lives by his values no matter who agrees with it. Because I am a person who requires a lot of logic and experiential knowledge to be convinced of something, I really appreciate his simple-hearted approach to Krishna consciousness. Lastly, I admire his ability to seek guidance from those he trusts when he's facing a challenge, no matter how embarrassing or vulnerable it is. This is a quality that most adults lack, and I feel so proud whenever I see him seeking help. There's never a day that I see Rohan and don't leave feeling inspired. The way he's grown spiritually and how grounded he is has always been something I really admire. He's completely true to himself and never lets other people's opinions change who he is or the decisions he makes. Even though I'm a few years older than Rohan, I honestly look up to him. The way he stands by his values and carries himself is something I've always respected. I've always felt loved by him and grateful for his friendship. I really can't put into words how happy I am to see him take this next step in his journey. Your spiritual journey has been truly inspiring. The respect and gratitude you show toward your mentors are beautiful to see. I am so proud of this step you are taking towards Krishna. Rohan is a constant inspiration, and I'm extremely happy that he's taking this step in his spiritual journey. I often have to remind myself that I'm Big Brother when I see how grounded he is in his values and how much fuller his beard is than mine. Regardless, I look up to him in so many ways and pray for the very best in this new phase of your life. Strive to make it the last while you're at it. Rohan is a simple and sincere soul who has a natural inclination to always seek deeper meaning. Because we are part of an institution, we tend to measure our progress in Krishna consciousness by external means, whether we intend to or not. Rohan is not here to impress. He has a willingness to seek guidance and feedback that goes beyond merely appearing to be a good devotee. It takes true character to admit one's own shortcomings, and I believe Rohan possesses this self-honesty which is so crucial to genuine growth. He takes shelter in his relationship with Guru and Krishna, and I look forward to witnessing and walking alongside him in his journey toward the lotus feet of Radha Shyamsundar. The love, dedication, and persistence that Rohan brings to his sadhana are truly inspiring. Despite balancing a busy school schedule, teaching Mridanga classes to so many students, and serving the Naperville community in countless ways, he always keeps his sadhana at the very top of his priorities. It is wonderful to see him take this next step in Krishna consciousness. I pray that he always remains engaged in the loving service of Shri Shri Radha Shyamsundar and continues to inspire others through his devotion. The first quality that comes to mind when I think of Rohan is his sincerity. Everything he does with the utmost sincerity, whether it's his kirtan, teaching, friendships, and of course his relationship with Guru and Krishna. For many years, our friendship was mostly lighthearted. We would goof around together at yatras and retreats. But I witnessed an almost immediate shift in his life when he took the simple step of asking Maharaj how he could deeper in kirtan. He not only sincerely inquired, but also applied what he received from Maharaj. A pattern that only blossomed. The more he inquired, the more he applied, transforming him. As Rohan got deeper in his own spiritual practice, I felt our relationship go deeper as well, based on something deeper. I feel so grateful to have a friend like Rohan, someone to share realizations, doubts, and joys in Krishna consciousness. I know he's taking this step after deep consideration and so much love and support from Maharaj. I could not be prouder of him. Rohan's love for Guru and Krishna is the quality I appreciate the most about him. It's amazing to see how fast he took to Krishna consciousness and committed to the devotional services that inspire him the most. It really shows the trust and respect that he has in his mentors and Maharaj. I remember him being so quiet and reserved, but after seeing his growth, I was able to tell all that time he was internally soaking in and developing his love for Maharaj, Kirtan, and Krishna. He then blossomed into such an outgoing and wonderful soul who showed compassion to everyone by spreading the love he received himself. It really showed how grateful he was for everything he received and experienced in his bhakti process. His connection to the holy name always inspired me, and I can't even count the number of times he's come up to me saying, I wasn't able to hold my tears back in that kirtan. And I would think, when will I be able to develop feelings like that? I'm excited we are moving from brothers to God brothers and to serve with him by keeping Krishna and Guru in the center.
Okay, next, make your way to the Prabhupada's Vyasa-san. Make a path for him to walk through. And others will do the same thing, the path to the Vyasa-san. Who's that on the screen? Okay. Hi, Gopal. You got a big smile. Okay. Okay. So the vows before Radhashama Sundar and Prabhupada and all the Vaishnavas. How many rounds you'll chant on these gigantic beads every day? Minimum 16. And the 4 rules?
No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication.
Okay. And I came across something that's in the ISKCON rule book, or law book or something like that. When initiation is taking place, it's a law that says only these 2 vows, don't add anything else. So I got a way around that one. Just not as part of your initiation vows, but between you and me. How's that? As you go further in your spiritual life, you make your best effort to be a true follower of Srila Prabhupada's teachings. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. After what I just heard, it's like, that's solid. So, initiated name, Rasa Parayana Das. Meaning, fully devoted to rasa. Rasa Parayana Das. Okay. How about who is going to speak something of both couple? Who's going to speak? Gopal Hari, there he is. There he went. Kiran, say something about these two devotees, please. Audio.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. I apologize. I actually sent a letter upon the request of Shatrupa Mataji that Vangsi Tharipu can read, but apparently they want me to say it. So I hope am I audible? Is it clear? Should I?
Oh, you're audible.
Okay. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is regarding Dhananjay Prabhu and Lavanya Mataji. They both first came into contact with devotees in St. Louis in November of 2007. They attended the Sunday feast, not realizing that this seemingly ordinary visit would change their lives. As they entered the small, crowded temple, they found a tall, effulgent sannyasi giving the Bhagavad Gita class. They were deeply moved by his teaching and became attracted to Krishna consciousness. From that moment, their spiritual lives began to blossom. Little did they know that this very sadhu would one day become their spiritual master. There at that time, young child Indira became connected with the devotee community there. She attended Sunday school and music classes taught by Shatrupa Mataji. And Indira still fondly remembers those sweet exchanges. The family regularly visited the St. Louis temple and joyfully engaged in devotional service. After some time, however, they moved back to India. Although they lost touch with the devotees, Krishna never lost touch with them. Many years later, in 2023, Dhananjay Prabhu was leaving Patel Brothers in Naperville when a Sankirtan devotee approached him. Dhananjay Prabhu carefully and cautiously observed the devotee and then accepted a few of Srila Prabhupada's books and shared a little of his own story. That providential encounter with Srila Prabhupada's books rekindled his connection to devotional life. The rest is history. Soon afterward, Dhananjay Prabhu and Lavanya Mataji began attending the weekly Bhakti Vriksha without fail. To this day, they have not missed Bhakti Vriksha gatherings except when they have been out of town or some emergency situation. Their unwavering enthusiasm, sincerity, and commitment have been an inspiration to everyone who has been associating with them. As a family, they have developed a love for studying Srila Prabhupada's books and regularly attend weekly, daily, and monthly reading groups. Together, they have studied Bhagavad Gita as it is, the Nectar of Instruction, Krishna book, and other books by Srila Prabhupada, such as the Bhagavatam in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Dhananjay Prabhu has a deep love for Shastra and also has read many of the Puranas, Upanishads, and other books. If their eagerness to hear is remarkable, their eagerness to serve Vaishnavas is even greater. They lovingly opened their home to host programs for His Holiness Romapad Swami Maharaj and warmly received many visiting sadhus, serving them with heartfelt hospitality and deep respect. When they are not attending classes or serving the Vaishnavas, the entire family is engaged in various temple services. Lavanya Mataji spends countless hours making beautiful garlands and vases for the deities and serves in the temple kitchen, sometimes preparing vadas for Sunday feasts and festivals. Then Dhananjay Prabhu leads one of the Sunday feast cleaning teams and is often engaged in book distribution services, festivals, and some other services. Their children, Indira and Prabhav, have also imbibed the family spirit of service and happily participate in devotional activities whenever the opportunity arises. In fact, they are the ones urging them often to their kids are pushing them along. Indira leads a reading group, and Prabhav is becoming an expert mridanga player and an introspective philosopher. By the causeless mercy of Sri Guru and Gauranga, Dhananjay Prabhu and Lavanya Mataji now stand before His Holiness Romabha Swami Maharaj to receive the holy name through Harinam initiation. Their journey reminds us that although we may sometimes lose sight of Krishna, Krishna never loses sight of us. He patiently guides sincere souls back to His lotus feet through the association of Srila Prabhupada's books and devotees. We pray that Shri Guru and Gauranga continue to shower their unlimited mercy upon Dhananjay Prabhu and Lavanya Mataji, blessing them with the ever-increasing taste for the holy name, deep attachment to devotional service, and many years of joyful service to Srila Prabhupada's mission. His Holiness Romabha Swami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you.
Don't go away. I'm going to make a request. This little exercise of somebody saying something nice about each devotee is meant to be like mini, not, soliloquy. So going forward for this event and then future events, concise, please. It's nice. And concise is nicer than nice, especially because of our circumstance. So, Pratibahu, you know, concise. There's a lot to say, but, concise. Okay, so both of you make your way to Prabhupada's Vyasasana. Been a long journey, huh? 2017? 2007? That's a long time ago.
In India for a decade, actually, back in 2021 to Naperville.
Okay. So we're going to ask you to take those nice vows, 2 vows. How many rounds you chant on your beads every day, minimum?
16 Maharaj.
And the rules that you'll follow?
No gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no meat eating.
Okay. And as I've been requesting, you'll continue making a best effort to follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings for the rest of your life.
Yes, Maharaj.
Very good. Initiated name, Dayalu Gora Das. Dayal means compassion, kindness, etc., etc. So that all those qualities that are with Lord Chaitanya, you're the servant of those nice qualities of Lord Chaitanya. Dayalu Gora Das. Lavanya, so same vows. You ready? How many rounds you'll chant on your beads? What's that noise? Did you hear that noise? Huh? The car passed. Oh, okay. Sounded like, okay. Okay. The 4 rules that you follow, please.
No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no.
Okay.
And also follow Prabhupada's instructions.
Okay. very good. Initiated name, Lalita Pran Devidasi. That's a nice name of Radharani, Lita Pran Dasi. Okay, so you get the opportunity to speak briefly, Pratibahu.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I knew you would like a short and sweet.
Short and sweet, yeah, you got it.
So I had prepared something that's less than 6 minutes. I had timed myself.
Uh-oh.
Brendan's journey in Krishna consciousness is not something that began recently. He was introduced to Krishna consciousness more than 20 years back, when he was just maybe 19 or 20 years old. Under the guidance of His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj in Dallas. At that young age, he received strong training. He got very strong impressions, deep samskaras, which are clearly visible and have never left him. After Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj's departure, Brendan and his good wife, Melissa, moved away from Dallas, and in fact they came here in Naperville. But over time, he got disconnected with the temple and the devotee association. But internally, he never fully disconnected and continued his practice of chanting and following the regulative principles. And then, after all these years of living right here in the Naperville, Brendan came to the temple only about 6 months back. I'm amazed to see Krishna's plan manifest. He lived near the temple for years, and then suddenly one day he spoke in his heart, now it is the time. And when Brendan came, he immediately connected with the devotees like a fish out of water returning to water. Later he told me that this was the association he had been missing all these years. Since then, I have seen Brendan become very regular and sincere. He has attended Mangala Aarti every single day, taken up temple services, attended all the temple programs and home programs. Especially, he does not miss any program with Maharaj. In fact, I think if Maharaj is speaking anywhere within the driving distance, his GPS automatically directs him there. One thing I asked Brandon was, do you see any difference between ISKCON 20 years back and now? And he said that ISKCON today feels much more open, accepting and encouraging, especially for the Grihasthas, and that he likes the current ISKCON much more. I think this would really please Srila Prabhupada to know that ISKCON today is more relatable to society while maintaining the values and principles he gave us. Now a little fun fact about him. When I first invited him to have the Sunday feast with us, he told me, I'm a yogi. I practice controlled eating. I was impressed, but at the same time concerned that I haven't seen anyone not having prasadam and stay sincere. But fast forward 1 month and Brandon had gained a few pounds. joyfully taking prasadam at Sunday feast, home programs, and everywhere else. So yes, he came as a yogi, but very quickly became a bhakti yogi. That is the power of prasadam and devotee association. Brandon also had very special connection with Maharaj from many years ago, when he was with Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He had met Maharaj during those times in Dallas, and he had very fond memories of Maharaj. So when he saw Maharaj again at a home program after so many years, something immediately clicked in his heart. He knew, this is where I want to take shelter, and today, by Maharaj's mercy, that desire is being fulfilled. Now I'd like to speak a little bit about Melissa, his good wife. Because behind every sincere Grihastha devotee, there is often someone quietly making that sincerity possible. Melissa was also with Brandon during those early days with Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. She is a very strong supporter and a real pillar behind Brandon. She supports his Krishna consciousness activities wholeheartedly. Melissa gives Brandon the space, encouragement, strength to attend programs, do service, associate with devotees, and move forward spiritually. And she is not just supporting from the background or back end. We invited her to join our Sunday feast cooking team, and she immediately gelled with all the devotees. She came with a natural mood of service and also served in that mood. Brandon is truly fortunate to have Melissa by his side. Initiation is an individual commitment, but for a Grihastha, spiritual life is not lived alone. A supportive spouse can make the path joyful, steady, and sustainable, and in Brandon's case, Melissa has been that support. And now we have even more good news. She is also aspiring to take to the next steps in her Krishna conscious journey. So today we are celebrating Brandon's initiation, but we are also seeing the beginning of a beautiful family journey deeper into Krishna consciousness. And with that, I'd like to congratulate Brandon and wish him the best in his spiritual journey, Krishna conscious journey. Thank you, madam.
That wasn't so short. Definitely sweet, but it wasn't so short. Okay. Now, the other two are from out of town, and you're going to have to ask the person who's come with you and will represent you to speak. Yeah? Okay. Let's see. Make the vows, these two important vows, how many rounds you chant on your beads for the rest of your life. Minimum 16. And the 4 rules that you'll follow. Okay, and like the others, you'll also make your best effort to carefully follow Prabhupada's teachings the rest of your life. The initiated name is Bhakta Swarup Das. No explanation of meaning needed. That's it, a really easy one. Okay. Rishikesh? Yes, come forward. Oh, no. Nityananda Pran. What?
A few of my friends now speak on behalf of Rishikesh.
Who is?
Me for Rishikesh.
You what?
You inviting Rishikesh?
Yeah. So you got a microphone? Toss him the microphone. No, he's going to sit and you're going to say.
So with me are Harish, Arvind, Yashodanandan and Shiva. We're all from IIT, and he's from IIT's college program and graduate. His Instagram handle is Spice Master, so we'll try and make a Radha Red sweet chutney that will be sweet and quick to make.
Emphasis on quick.
So Rishikesh came to the IIT program in 2014 and immediately connected to the message of bhakti. Usually at colleges, connecting to the message of bhakti takes a while, but for him it was instant. And over time, he became interested in learning more chanting and demonstrated his commitment by moving in and staying at Krishna House. In fact, even managed it for a brief period. One thing is, Rishikesh is very artistic, so he created a Diwali program at IIT that even after he left, even now, hundreds of students attend it every year. And as life would be, the way it is, he graduated and his job took him to Denver. And although he feels separation from the friends here, he became an integral part of the Denver community. And they trust him. They rely on him. They invite him to cook and express his devotion in many ways to the deities and devotees there. So Rishikesh loves to express his devotion through cooking, and that's the reference to his Instagram handle called Spice Master. And Marathi poetry, he really appreciates and enjoys the Marathi Acharya's poetries, and he has a very special attraction to Sri Rukmini and Vitthal Dev from Pandharpur, and he has a strong calling towards them. And every day Rishikesh will study and share messages of Bhagavad Gita with others. And just recently, a few weeks ago, he began the worship of Gaur Nitai at home. One quality, among many, one quality that I appreciate, that although without too much of a prompt on his own, he has a very deep shelter-taking desire and capacity, and that's his strong character. And I know that in the past couple of years, he had some really challenging situations. But what helped him was his attraction to Guru Maharaj's messages, the messages of bhakti of Srila Prabhupada, and somehow kept a strong head on his shoulder and a vibrant heart in his chest. So we wish him all the very best and let him know that we're all there with you through the journey. Thank you, Rishikesh, and thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. You have friends in Denver watching?
They are waiting for my program to see. They are all in retreat. They have another retreat for me.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you could come. Okay, the vows, how many rounds you'll chant every day without fail, minimum?
60.
And the 4 rules that you'll follow?
No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no intoxication.
Okay, very good. And as the others have made this commitment, you'll continue for the rest of your life to follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings as best you can.
Yes.
Okay. Your initiated name is Raman Reti Das. Raman Reti is the area where Krishna and Balaram, the cowherd boys, would go every day and do their cow herding activities together. Our ISKCON temple is in that area, the Raman Reti area of Vrindavan. So Raman Reti has a cowherd boy flavor to it. And who's going to speak on your behalf? Oh, there you have the microphone already. Okay.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you and Srila Prabhupada. I have so many things to share, but I concised it really.
Thank you very
small.
much. I hope it's true.
Yeah. So, for Sudhir, he first developed interest in Krishna consciousness when I was at IIT Chicago, and we took students to Epsilon T for the deity installation through VVS. That marked the beginning of our beautiful mother and son relationship in Krishna consciousness. His interest deepened after reading Radhanath Maharaja's The Journey Home book. He began attending temple programs regularly, and after speaking with you at Gita Nagari, Maharaj, I saw him deeply inspired and serious about this path. By your mercy, he has received wonderful devotee association and service opportunities through sincere devotees such as Yugal Kishore Prabhuji and Rasamrita Prabhuji. Yugal Kishore Prabhuji once told me, "You got a jewel in the movement." He was engaged in college preaching when he was in Toledo and now doing temple services at Farmington Hills under his guidance. He feels fortunate and always aspire for getting your personal services through Rasamrita Prabhuji. His journey is full of inspiration and very strong relationships with very sincere devotees like Shama Sakhi, Yashodanandan Prabhu, Preeti Mataji and family, and Shri Rupa. And of course, Nityanand Prabhuji and Hemangi Mataji, for whom he has very high regards. He also got inspired a lot initially from Mohit Prabhu at IIT Chicago. Yamuna Jivan Prabhuji's weekly reading sessions helped him to progress in Krishna consciousness. Also, Sthira Mataji helped him to clear his doubts in his initial phase of Krishna consciousness. I need to mention his love for Kirtan and Bengali bhajans, which are his greatest inspirations. He can listen to the Kirtan and or bhajan almost 24/7. I have seen his transformation from Western music to Kirtan and bhajans. Like, I have to listen them as well. I am really happy, Maharaj, that he is taking your shelter, and I wish him all the best for his journey.
And you're ready for the next, right? Okay. They can have to come closer so they can... Okay. The vows your chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra on your beads every day, minimum, how many rounds?
Minimum 16 rounds.
The 4 rules that you'll follow?
No intoxication, no meeting, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Very good. And as with the others, you'll also make your best effort to carefully follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings the rest of your life.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Okay. A little comment. Nobody here seemed to be nervous. I'm used to like, but very strong. Good, good, good. Initiated name, Shamarupa Das. You like his name? You like his name? Yes. Yes. Me too. Okay. Go ahead.
So as I am chanting, please repeat after me, and using these fingers, take a little bit of grains and put it in the fire. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Chaitanya Chandra Charan Prabhu Iti Namine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Romapada Swamin Iti Namine Swaha Swaha Swaha
Om Jnana Timirandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshudamiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayata Kripabdadye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayane Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhyam Shri Rupa Nuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostate Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupa Nuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padambo Jayate Namaha Namo Bhaktivinodaya Satchit Anandanamine Gaura Shakti Surupaya Rupa Nugavarayate Gauravirbhava Bhumistvam Nirdishtha Sajanapriyaha Vaishnava Sarva Bhauma Shri Jagannathaya Te Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvashe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Mater Gati Matsarva Srupadam Bhojo Radha Madana Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpa Bhalbhadramadha Srimad Ratnagara Singhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Festalibhi Sevyamanos Marami Shriman Rasa Rasarambhi Vanshivata Tatastitaha Karshan Venus Vanayar Gopir Gopinatha Shriyestanaha Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Okay, now final mantra standing with your banana. Will you want to recite the mantra?
Namo Brahmanya Devaya.
Namo Brahmanya Devaya. Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha.
Hritaya Krishnaya. Hritaya Krishnaya. Vindaya Namo Namaha. Vindaya Namo
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.